Here's part 3. All right.
Okay, we're on. Big's good.
All right, so we have some borage, you were saying.
Borage. Over here is a sage plant, which hopefully doesn't really need much work. A friend of mine planted this woodland anemone. It had a beautiful flower earlier. It's supposed to spread. So we're kind of letting this go semi-wild. There are a few summer squashes in here, just because we don't have enough room and we need to put them somewhere. This is feverfew, a good perennial, and this is a chokeberry bush, which love these perennials. Gotta have them.
Alrighty, now let's take you over to the next part of the garden, the berry patch over there. Before we go over to the compost, here's the covered wagon, the berry patch, but here's the compost, and this is what we've been doing. We'll start it in one part, turn it, and then it'll be finished, and then it'll go out into the garden. This one right here, we're going to be building a compost and letting it stay there for a season so it could leach the nutrients down and help this tree here, and see how well that goes. Alright, so here's the berry patch.
This is the new addition this year. It seems to expand every year. It was very wild and kind of this shrub that seemed like a very useless weed. But to be honest, that weed actually helped penetrate its roots into the soil. It helped break up the soil, and so when I did take it out, the soil was not as compact as other places.
Oh, by the way, and I don't think we mentioned, but this garden is called Deer Park Garden because we have deer here, and that's why you might see these things hanging from the top string to kind of hopefully discourage the deer from coming in and eating everything.
It's a little funky now, but
it'll get better as time goes.
It seems to be working. Another little nettle patch. Nettles have a lot of moisture, so we're really pleased. This is basically a very dry climate, so really pleased to see that nettle is doing well. Wherever we can, we sprinkle in some cover crop to just help improve the soil. So is buckwheat, and yet to come up is white clover, being a good nitrogen fixer. This is a goji berry. I heard they do spread, which is good. So we can mix in annuals with the perennials, knowing that eventually the perennials will spread. Here's another squash. Again, just trying to fit the squash in wherever we can. And in between the squash, more of these basic cover crops. This is a berry patch. This is why we call this the back berry area. It's raspberries. Seems like they're starting to grow here.
They just got planted, so
yeah, they really haven't been in very long. And in between, again, we have the white clover. This is a strawberry patch here. It was transplanted from somebody else's garden, so I'm hoping it will take. Facing west is not the best for strawberries. Found that out after I planted them. Over here along the fence line, we have cucumbers and a trellis, sort of tower trellis here for them to crawl up. In between the cucumbers, beans again help to improve the soil because the soil hasn't been worked, hasn't been added to. Here's another one of these new little trees we planted. That's a apricot. So all along here we have a little soaker hose and cucumbers. Hopefully they'll crawl up on the fence. And another squash, a few sunflowers in between, and all in the foreground, which you don't see, are seeds, daikon radishes, to help penetrate into the soil, break up the soil, loosen it up.